Hi, this is Monica from Add a Little Dazzle, and I invite you to join us today as we learn how to take this candle that we created with alcohol inks and create a beautiful metal embossed wrap for this candle. So stay tuned. To begin the process of creating your candle sleeve, the first thing you need to do is you need to take a piece of metal sheet and cut it into a 4 by 9.5 inch piece. Once you have done this, then you need to choose the embossing folder you're going to use. The width here, because I have to go in sideways, does not fit in the big shot. And so what I had to do was I had to take a pair of scissors and I had to cut off a piece off the bottom. I didn't go into the embossing area. I went into the flat area, but I had to cut that down to make sure that it would fit. Now once I did that, then now I'm able to put it through in the big shot sideways because I'm embossing a large piece of metal. I have to go in sideways to ensure that I can get coverage of the entire piece. And so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take our piece of metal and we are going to line it up where we want it to be to start the embossing process. And I have lined it up right there. And so now once I've done that, I'm going to place this on my multi-purpose platform and on my big shot, and I'm going to teach you the process for embossing a long piece of metal. So here's my multi-purpose platform, and I've gone ahead and I've placed the cutting pad on it. So I'm going to take the impressions folder that I'm using and I'm going to line it up right there along the edge of the multi-purpose platform. I'm going to pull it out some, and I'm going to put my other cutting plate on top of it. And I am going to start pushing it through to make sure that the embossing folder, the impressions folder right there, is aligned just right to be able to go through. You just have to make sure that you have it positioned just right. So that, there you go, so that you're able to do that. And it's just precision, and you'll be able to get it. It's not difficult. You just have to measure it out. And so there, I've gone through, and I've now embossed the first section of my metal. Okay, so now that I've embossed the first piece, I need to move it over, but I need to make sure that I'm leaving some of this embossed area in here so that it catches, so that I'm creating a continuous pattern. And so here I'm looking for where the pattern is. So I went ahead and placed it in there. It's locked in position so that it aligns with the already embossed area, and now I can emboss the next section of the metal sheet. Okay, so I've gone ahead and moved the metal over, aligned it, and now I'm ready to emboss the next section. So I'm going to place my cutting plate on top, place it right there. Get it through just a little bit to make sure that the embossing folder is catching just right. There we go. And run it through. Okay, so now you see I've embossed another area, and now I'm going to move it over again and align it accordingly. Right there. this through the big shot again to finish embossing my entire piece. Okay, so here's the last piece that I am going to emboss. Again, I've placed it at the edge of the multi-purpose platform. I'm going to place my cutting plate in there, line it up, and start pushing it through just to make sure that the folder is correctly aligned. And stop right there, go back a little bit, align it correctly, hold it in place, and then just shift it right there if you need to. There you go. And you have finished running this entire long piece through the bake shot. Here is my entire embossed piece. And you're going to notice that there are some flat areas, lines there. Don't worry about that. We can remove that. You're going to take the Add a Little Dazzle paper stump and you're going to go into those areas where the lines are, and you're just going to very carefully flatten it out. And this allows it to look more seamless. There's a little line right there, but honestly nobody will be able to tell. And so if you want to emboss a larger piece of metal than what fits through the big shot, this is the way you would do it. You take it in steps, realign, and here you have a beautiful piece. Now that our piece is completely embossed, we want to add some texture to it. We want the metal to come out through the design. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this piece. I prefer this sanding block for metal sheets and for areas where you have a lot of intricate detail. I feel like I have more control with this sanding block, so this is my recommendation. And you're just going to go lightly over it in a back and forth motion, and you're going to see the silver or the aluminum. So you're going to see the aluminum start coming through. I'm just going to move it over and keep on doing this for the entire piece. Now, as you can see, all of it is not removed. If you like that look, that's fine. But if you want a more clean look, then just grab the end of your sanding block like I'm doing here and have more control over the area. And just go in there and clean it up. You just need to take this and clean it off to remove all the residue without scratching the metal. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up this entire piece so I can show you how to attach this to your beautiful candle. I have now finished sanding my entire metal sheet piece, and I am now ready to attach it to my candle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my candle and I'm going to wrap the metal around it. I want to give it shape. I'm going to determine where exactly I want it, and I need to adhere it on the back. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind when adhering metal to a candle is you don't want to use adhesive, because as the candle gets warmer, the adhesive will come off. And so what you need to do is you need to have some metallic brads and a paper piercing tool. And so I'm going to hold this exactly in place where I want it, and I'm going to start in the middle, and I am going to pierce through the candle, not too much, just about a quarter of the way, with my paper piercing tool. I'm now going to take my silver metallic brad and just push it in. You may actually want to do even less than 1/4 of the way. You may just want to do 1/8, because if you don't, it loosens. If you go too deep, it doesn't allow the brad to catch into the wax. So there we did that. Okay, that one's better, and you can feel, because it's firm and it doesn't go all the way in. If it goes all the way in, then you know you've gone too far. So there we go, just a little bit. Another one on the other side. And then I'm going to take my metallic brad, place it in there. Take my other one, place it right there. So I now have 3, and the main thing is to work from the inside out. And I am going to pierce a hole right there, and right there, and then I'm going to do one at the end. So I have a total of 2 more brads on each side that I am going to attach to my candle. All the metallic brads are now in place, and the metal is attached to the candle. And if you want to change the sleeve, then all you need to do is pull them out and reinsert these little metallic brads, and you're set to go. And here is your beautiful candle that not only did you create in the color of your choice, but then you added a beautiful touch with the metal sheets. And this beautiful candle makes a gorgeous do-it-yourself Christmas gift or home decor item for yourself. As you can see, it is very easy to create, and the effects are just gorgeous. If you love creating projects such as these, and you want to take your crafting to the next level, then I invite you to join the Add a Little Dazzle Virtual Club. Our membership site is a password protected website where our members come every month and receive 3 exclusive projects in the comfort of their home. They can craft at any time of day without needing to worry about going anywhere. All they need to do is log in to our website, and all the projects and videos and instructional PDFs are there for them in one place. We invite you to become a member today by signing up at www.addalittledazzleonline.com. Make sure to go ahead and place your order for Add a Little Dazzle craft metal sheets today at www.addalittledazzle.com, and you will go to the shop now, and there you can choose from all our colors, whether you want single sheets or you want to buy in bulk at a discounted rate. We have it all for you in one place. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at monica@addalittledazzle.com. Thanks, and have a dazzling day.